Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions, and in today's session we are going to start with creating accounting for the lease. And how we can create a lease we have already discussed and seen that in our previous session. So let's directly go to the creation of the account for the lease, and for that we need to follow some steps, like we need to perform a task, first create accounting, then process lease accounting and process lease payments for the same. So what we will do, we will go to the application and we are going to use already created lease there for seeing how we can do the accounting for the same. So let's move to the application and see how we can do that. So going to the application. So I have already logged in and this is my lease work area. So we are going to do accounting for that US lease. So the first step is to go to the task list in the lease work area here and go to create accounting. Here we need to give subledger application, that will be lease accounting, then ledger, after selecting the ledger, give the accounting mode, I am giving draft for now, and report style will be detail. Now after giving the mandatory fields, just submit the task. This is our process ID. Now what we will do, we will go to navigator, under tools, to the schedule process to see the status of the process which we have run right now for creating the accounting. So this is the process running here. Let's refresh. So when we will run create accounting, here are the three processes which will run: create accounting sub process, and create accounting execution report. You can see create accounting is coming in the warning status because apart from our lease, there will be another lease also for the US1 business unit, which may have error. So that's why it is giving the warning. We need this create accounting execution report to come in succeeded status. So it's got succeeded. Just click on it. Go to republish. And export to see your accounting. So it is a big report. So what we will do, we will find for our lease with the lease name. So here it is, US lease. So here you can see the accounting is done for that US lease. Fine, so this was the first step. Now we need to do second step, and for that we will move back to the lease work area again. Now here again going to the task list and going to the process lease accounting, giving the process type accrual, giving business unit US1 business unit, and give lease number also. It is not a mandatory field, but I am giving US lease. That's it. Submit the process and go to schedule process again to see the status of this process. So the process is running, process lease accounting. So it got succeeded. Now again, we will run create accounting from the lease work area to see the execution report. Go to the task list and run create accounting. Again, we need to give the parameters. Running in the draft mode only and report style detail. And just submit the process. This is our process ID. And let's go again to schedule process to see our execution report. So it got succeeded. Just click on it and view the output. I'm going to republish and export the result. So here it is. So this is our US lease accounting. You can see here the amounts, and you can compare this interest amount and amortization amount with the lease which you have created in the application by going to, I will show you from where you can compare this amounts or check this amounts from the lease work area. Search for the business unit. Give laser also. Search. So to US lease, go to schedules, search for accrued expense. Here are the amounts of expense, interest expense and amortization which you can see coming in your accounting as well. So by that you can compare your amounts also, that it is giving the right amount or not. Then after giving the process lease accounting, the last step in accounting, create accounting, is to run process lease payment. So for that, again go to task list and go to process lease payment. With process type now, lease payment will be the process type. Give business unit, give lease number, payment processing approve, export to payable say yes, and launch import payable invoice yes. Now submit this. This is the last process in create accounting, and just go to schedule to see the status of your process. Just refresh. You can see process lease accounting succeeded, import payable invoice is running. So when you will run this process lease payment, there will be three process which will run here. First, process lease accounting, second, import payables invoice, and the third will be the import payables invoice reports. And all the three should get succeeded. So it got succeeded. Now moving back to our lease work area. Search, go to our lease, US lease, schedule, search for payment schedules. Here you can see it got its invoice number in it, invoice line number and invoice line amount also has been created. And when you will navigate to the payables under invoice, you can see this invoice of lease coming there. So just going to the payable work area, invoices. So here you can see invoice has been created as payable integration in the system option was enabled. So this is how you can create accounting in the lease by following the three tasks. First, create accounting. Then you need to follow it by process lease accounting by giving the process type as accrual. Then the last step will be the process lease payment with the process type of lease payment, and then create accounting for the same. So this is how you can create accounting. Now the next thing which we are going to see today is how we can import lease using FBDI template. So for that you need to download FBDI template from Oracle Help Center, then enter data in the FBDI template, then run the schedule program load interface file for import, then run the schedule program to import lease, and then view the lease generated in lease accounting dashboard. So first we are going to download the template. I will show you how we can download the template. So for that, we need to go to the application, go to settings and actions. Here you can see application help is coming. Just click here. It will take us to Oracle Help Center. Now in search with FBDI. So here it is, file-based data import. Just select this option, first one. Then go to lease accounting. Here it is, lease contract import. And this is the XML template, lease contract import template. Just download this by clicking on the hyperlink. So this is the file, just download this file. So in my downloads, you can see the template has been downloaded. So this is the template. I will open and show you. Enable editing. This is the template which we need to fill. So I have already filled one template and prepared it for the loading purpose, uploading purpose in the instance. So this is that. Here are the tabs. They are here. You can see various tabs are available. As we can see, when we have manually created, we have seen the tab there like the overview, assets, payments, options, rights and obligations. So here also various tabs are available. As per the requirement, you can fill and upload the data. So I've already filled in the lease tab, like I have given here lease ID, then business unit, my legal entity name, lease number, lease name, description, then target status. I have selected drafts. You can select completed or active as well, but for practice I'm using draft. Then ledger number. It is nothing but a supply side number here, which I have used. Then asset type, whether it is equipment or property. Right now I'm using equipment only. Then accounting classification is finance, operating or exempt. I've selected finance. Then giving option class, that is lease level. Then lease start date, end date, amortization start date, document start and end date, date signed on, abstracted by. I have given the username by which I am creating this lease. Then discount rate index. I have shown how we can create discount rate index in our previous session. Then prohibition method and migrated lease, no. So these are some mandatory fields which I have filled here, mandatory or required fields for the import of the lease in the application. Then moving to the asset tab, here I have given interface asset ID, interface lease ID, then asset number, inventory item number, unit, asset start date, asset end date, and location code. These are some mandatory fields which you need to fill in the asset tab here. Then the next is the asset serial. Here I have given lease ID, asset ID, and the serial number. Then moving to the payments tab here, payment ID, lease ID, asset ID, payment template. This also we have discussed in our last session how we can create a payment template. Then payment purpose, payment type, supply number is again supply side number and supply side code. Then I have also given payment line here, again containing the information of lease ID, payment ID, and line type, number of payments, and amount. So these are the information which I have given here, and I'm using this information to upload our lease. So let's go to instruction in CSV generation and generate a CSV file. So just click on this generate CSV, save. You can see that it is saving in various files, but it will end up in this all file will end up in one CSV file only that we have to upload in the application. Let me just save and I will show you the zip file. So zip file has been created. Here you can see the zip file has been created, which we are going to upload. So for the upload, let's go to the application again and go to navigator and the tools, go to file import and export. Click on this add icon, choose the file, zip file which we have created just now. Here it is, open and give account. It will be fin lease accounting import. Here it is, save and close. Now the next step here will be going to the schedule process and running the process with the name load interface file for import. So for that, go to tools, schedule process, schedule a new process, give the file process name. So it is load interface file for import, say OK. Give import process will be the process lease action. Here it is, process lease action. Data file will be the zip file. It's coming here and submit. This is our process ID. Make a note of it because when we will run the another process of import list, we need to give this process ID there. Just refresh, see the status. So it got succeeded. Now what we will do, the next step is to navigator and go to leases, go to task list, and here go to import leases. Action type will be import only, import type will be new lease, business unit, US1 business unit, and load request identifier, and submit. Now again go to schedule process to see the status of this process. So it got succeeded. Now go to lease accounting dashboard. Here you can see that lease number L112. If I will open my Excel, which we have uploaded. So the number was the lease number L112, and you can see that it has been loaded successfully here. Now the next step will be to go to the action and go to further process like validation, creating the schedule, submit for the approval, and run the lease detail report, which we have already seen in our previous session while creating a lease. So this was about the FBDI template. Now the next topic which we are going to cover today is the lease amendment. Like you have created a lease and now you want to change, make a change there. So how you can do that? So I'm taking one scenario of the lease amendment with decreased scope. So here are the steps or tasks which we need to follow while amending the lease are first, like example, we are going to create a property lease with accounting classification as an operating lease, and then we will perform lease amendment with scope decrease and run payment approval program, and then we will resume the change and activate the lease and verify lease history. So these are the steps which we will follow, and the practice case which I'm going to use here as an example is we will create a property operating lease for a term of 18 months with the monthly lease amount of $15,000, and then amend it to decrease the scope by shortening the term of the lease by 3 months. In the first part, we will create the lease, then validate and generate the schedule and activate the lease as well as generate the lease detailed report for it. And then in the second part, we will amend the lease to decrease the scope of the lease term. So this is all we are going to see in the instance. So moving to the instance and creating a operating lease with the lease work area. Going back to the lease work area. Go to two leases. Now we will create a lease. First we will create a lease following the steps which we have followed already while creating a lease and seen in our previous session, and then I will show how you can amend the same. So first we will give business unit, legal entity, lease number, like for practice I'm giving US, amend lease, taking a start date as say May 1st 20, and end date take it as like we are creating for 18 months, then it will be 21 October 31st. Give the leisure, asset type as we have discussed, we are going to create property lease with the accounting classification as operating. Give your discount rate index and save and continue. Now to assets, add, click on the add icon to add, give asset name like I'm giving US, asset 1, give location, okay, so it is giving error, no it is not, so giving the location, and giving the start and end date of the asset as we have given for the lease, same, and save and close. Okay, save and close now. Then go to payments, click on this add icon, give payment template. I'm going to search for my payment template with the name property lease component rent. Give the supplier, give the supplier site, asset number which we have created in the last tab. Start date is fine, giving the amount as 15,000. Number of payment 18. And the save and close. Now just go to the actions and validate. It's got validated successfully. Now generate schedules. And the next step is submit for approval. So it is submitted for approval to Anita Kennedy. So I will log in as Anita Kennedy and approve my lease. In the last session, I have shown how you can see in the BPM work list that to whom this lease has been submitted for the approval. I think the password is wrong. Let me try again. Okay, so here in the bell icon, you can see the notification is coming that Lease US, lease has been submitted for your approval. So I'm just approving it and moving back to my user. So going to navigator, lease accounting, leases, in business unit, search, go to USMN lease. Now you can run your lease details report. Sometimes this report run and get successful in one go. Sometimes we need to rerun it. Hope we get succeeded in first time. So let's go to tools and see the status. Go to schedule process. So here you can see process lease action is already succeeded coming. Let's just check whether the report has been generated or not. So going back to the leases, search again. Go to USMN lease and it is not created. So let's run this process again to attach lease detail report. Say done. Again, let's check the status. Now it's got succeeded. Let's go to leases and search for the lease. So this time it's got created. Go to schedule and you can see the lease detail report has been coming here. So just click on it to download and you can open the file and see. Sorry. So here are the details. You can go and check like lease name is coming. Here you can see the lease term is of 1 year and 6 months. Now we are going to decrease its scope by 3 months. So this is the lease detail report before amendment. Now let me close this first. Now we will do the amendment process on it. So for that, just click on done. Select the lease. Go to actions and here you can see option is coming of amend lease. Just select this option. Give the amendment name. Right now I'm using the same name which is defaulted. You can change it also and subtype of amendment I'm using scope decrease and giving the amendment date. It will be as we are decreasing it for 3 months, it will be 1st July 21 as per our case, and save and continue. So here after doing amendment in the overview tab, you need to change your lease end date as well and giving it as 31st July 21, and in asset tab also change asset end date as 31st July 21 as we are decreasing the period for 3 months. And now going to payments tab. Here, number of payments are coming 18. It will reduce to 15 in our case. So just go to action and split. Now add a row and give 14 is already coming, just adding one more payment for 15,000 and deleting this row. So we have decreased the scope. Now what is the next step here is to go to action and validate. It will give us the error now. Here is the error. You can't validate the lease because some payments aren't approved or put on hold and with a due date less than amendment commencement. So for removing this error, we need to run a lease process lease accounting. So just save and close. Go to task list. Go to process lease accounting. The process type as lease payment. The business unit. Give lease number. Payment processing approve. Export to payables and launch import payables invoice and submit this process. Let's just check the status by going to the schedule process. So already the two process are in success. Sorry, one is in success, process is accounting, import payables invoice is running. And now import payables invoice report is also running. So all the three got succeeded. Now moving back to the lease work area. Search for our lease. Here it is, go to action and go to resume changes. Now go to action again and validate. This time validation is succeeded. Now go to generate schedule process and again submit for approval. If you want to discard, you can discard also. Under action, one more option was coming. Just say done. Moving back to Anita Kennedy for the approval. So going to the notification and approving it. Now go to lease accounting again and leases. go to this lease and attach these details report. Going to schedule process, and here the status is coming as succeeded. Process lease action. Let's see whether the lease detail report has been attached or not. Otherwise, we need to rerun this process again. Sometimes it's creating one go, sometimes it takes time. So that's why we are rerunning the program again and again. Let's just check. Okay, so we need to rerun it. And again go to schedule process to see the status. So it's got succeeded. This is process lease action. Going back to lease work area. Search again. Go to schedule and just download your lease detail report. Let's open it. So here you can see lease term is coming now 1 year and 3 months, as we have shortened the scope of our lease with 3 months. It was beforehand 1 year and 6 months, and the calculation also get changed accordingly. You can view this report with the calculation tab in it to see the calculation details also. So this is how you can amend your lease in the leases. So we have seen how we can create accounting for the lease, how we can use FBDI template to import the lease, and we have also seen how we can amend the lease which we have already created. So let's cover one more topic for today, is the termination of the lease. And for that we will follow some steps, like we need to perform a task, like we will create one property lease. The accounting classification is operating as in a normal way which we have used for creating the lease, and then we will terminate that lease and we will run the payment approval program and resume the change and activate the lease and verify in the lease history. So this reminds me of showing you in the history that in our amendment case, if you will go to the history, you can see here the changes are coming for the lease. So now let's go for the termination of the lease. So let's first create a lease and then terminate it. So for that, again, we need to create a new lease. So for that, just click on this add icon, your business unit. Legal entity. Lease number, and for this I'm using US terminate lease, giving the start and end date. Using the same start and end date which we have used before. lessor, giving asset type property and classification operating and discount rate index, and just save and continue. Now go to assets, click on this add icon, give asset name number, use asset terminate, give location, and start and end it, keeping same as start and end it of the lease, and save and close. Go to payments, click on the add icon, give payment template, searching for the payment template, payment lease component rent, give the supplier, give supplier site, give asset number, started is fine, paying amount, number of payments, save and close. Again go to actions, validate, generate schedule. These are the normal process which we have seen. This is the third time which we are doing it. So it is submitted for approval. Quickly going to any other entity for the approval. Approving the lease. Here you can see US terminate lease. Just approve. Moving back to the user. Go to navigator. Lease accounting, leases. The business unit. Lease number or lessor. Search. This is a lease, US terminate lease. Attach lease report. It never gets succeeded in one time. Let's hope it generates in one time. To schedule process. So you can see process lease action already succeeded. Let's go to leases again. Search for lease key. This is US terminate lease. So it's not been attached. So let's rerun the program, attach lease detail report, and go to schedule process again to see the status. So it's now succeeded. Process lease action. Going back to leases. Now search for your lease. The search. Go to the US terminate lease. Go to schedule, and you can see your lease detail report. Just click here the hyperlink so that you can download the report and open file to see the report. So this is our lease detail report. Fine, now let's terminate this lease. For that, select the lease, go to actions and terminate lease. Termination type will be the lease, and the date will be like we are terminating it 2 months before, so it will be August 31st August 21. Save and continue. So the lease termination process has been initiated. Go to actions, and the difference between the lease amendment and the termination is in that in lease amendment, in overview, we need to change this lease end date. Under assets also we need to change the date of the asset end date here, but in termination it's already got changed, so we have nothing to do here. Just go to actions and validate. Again the same error. So for that, as I've already told, go to task list and run process lease accounting or payment. It navigate us to the same page. So process type will be the lease payments. Business unit will be the US1 business unit. Lease number is US terminate lease. Giving payments processing as approve. Export payables, yes. Launch import payables, yes. And submit it. Now let's check the status in the schedule process. So process lease accounting succeeded. Import payables invoice is running. Let's just wait to get it succeeded. Okay, now import payables invoice report also needs to get succeeded. So it's got succeeded. Now moving back to leases, work area, and searching for our lease. search. Here it is, US terminate lease. Just select, go to actions and resume the changes. Now go to actions and again validate. It got succeeded. Generate schedule and submit for approval. Now again we need approval from Anita Kennedy. As in system option, approvals are enabled, which we have seen our previous session. So quickly log into the Anita Kennedy. Go to the notification and approve. Now moving back to our user. Going to leases again. Search with business unit. And leisure. Search. Go to this lease. Attach lease detail reports. And as usual, it is not going to be attached in first go. But let's try. Touch to schedule process. Refresh. Here you can see process lease action is succeeded. Go to lease. You can search. Go to lease. Rerun it. Done. Back to schedule process again. Refresh it. So you can see process lease action succeeded coming. Going back to the lease. Search again. Go to the lease and then schedule. You can see your lease detail report. You can download and compare it with the report which we have downloaded before the termination of the lease, and in history you can see termination has been done. So this is how you can terminate the lease. So in today's session we have covered create accounting, LPTI template, import of the lease, and then lease amendment with scope decrease and termination of the lease at the end. So this is all for today. Thanks for joining.